Hey, what's going on, guys? Jersey here. Now, I know I haven't really made any videos in about a month, but there's a pretty good reason for that, right? I've been focused on my own personal life. As a matter of fact, a certain product that I'm about to review to you guys came in the mail, and I have had nothing but absolutely exhilarating, adrenaline-rushing fun with this thing. The company didn't ask me to make any videos. The company didn't ask me to review anything. I just simply bought the product because I've always wanted to get one of these things. And today I'm going to be reviewing to you guys the InMotion RS Lite. This is a class of scooter that is not a typical scooter. You can obviously plainly see. This is what we call a hyper scooter. Now, I'm going to be breaking down everything from the performance, the good, the bad, the highs, the lows, the pros, the cons, the everything. In the span of a little over a month, I've put 1,200 fucking miles on this thing. 1,200, well, it's backwards, but yeah, 1,200 miles. That's more than what a typical rider would put on something like this in the span of 3 or 4 months. In the first week, I put 300 miles on this thing. That's how much fun I have on this. So without any further ado, let's dive in and break it down. Now, firstly, I want to talk about the performance of this thing because this is a high-end performance scooter. At the end of the day, that's what really matters with a scooter like this is speed, power, torque. So this is the first thing I'm going to talk about. So the RS Lite here is capable of hitting speeds around 60 miles an hour-ish, depending how heavy you are. I mean, basically, that's it, just depending how heavy you are. And bro, let me tell you, when you are flying down the road on this thing at such speeds, it feels undescribable. It's something you need to feel firsthand in order to get the real gist of it. This kind of speed gives you a sense of freedom that you really don't get with a lot of other scooters within the price range of this. The torque and acceleration are smooth, but very powerful. It gives you the ability to move up hills and through traffic without any hesitation at all. I've taken it through different terrains, and it performs as expected, if not better. Now, though, I wouldn't say it's the smoothest ride on rougher terrain, but still, it's good enough. And quite honestly, it's better than any other scooter I have personally been able to ride. There is one thing that I don't like, though. When you go over speeds of 45-ish and you're not on a smooth surface, you experience what we call death wobbles. And that's when the handlebars jerk side to side violently, and it can cause you to really crash pretty hard. And it's very scary when it happens if you don't get it under control. So I'm going to break down the pros of this thing. Firstly, the range is absolutely fucking phenomenal, bro. Like I said before, depending on weight and riding style, obviously if you're like pushing the throttle to the max, you're not going to get as much range. But if you're riding around 35-ish, maybe even 40, and you're 170 pounds, maybe a little lighter, you're looking at like 50 to 60 miles per charge, right? When you're heavier like me, I'm 260 pounds, I'm looking at like 25 to 30 miles per charge, but that's because I push the throttle to the max. I will say, without a shadow of a doubt, this thing is phenomenal for long trips and extended rides. The fact that I don't have to consistently worry about charging it every single day is what gives me a sense of ease. Like with my old scooter, I would wake up for work and I would forget to charge it the night before, and I would be fucked for 3 hours, and then I'd, have issues at work for that. This thing, I could go 2 days, maybe even 3 days, without charging it. Second pro is the power. It handles power excellently with its dual motor. It's got a shit ton of torque, and you can accelerate without any worry at all. Whether you're going uphill or overtaking cars in traffic, it's just great. Definitely won't feel like you're lacking anything against some of these cars, man. The third pro is the speed. Like I said before, this thing can definitely get well close to 60 miles an hour. It's not a toy. 60 miles an hour for a scooter that is $2,999, so like a $3,000 scooter, that's rare, bro, going 60 miles an hour. The thrill of riding a scooter like this with the build quality that it has is definitely unmatched. Like, nothing can compare to this. Not that I've tested it anyway. Next pro is the app support. Oh my God, the app support. One of the things I love about this scooter the most, though, is the app. I wish I could just like screen record and show you what the app looks like, but I can't do that with my phone. I can't like put a video in of me using the app because TikTok's dumb like that. But just to break it down, the app gives you real-time diagnostics, data, speed. It tells you the temperature of the motors. It tells you if the scooter's on its side. I have the ability to adjust any setting I want in the scooter. If I want to increase the brake force, I can do that. If I want to increase the acceleration between each motor, each tire, I can do that. It shows me the temperature of each battery cell. It's fucking nuts. Most of all, if anything goes wrong with this thing, I can go into the app and reach out to a professional that knows everything about these scooters, and they can log into my scooter to see what's wrong with it. I've never seen that type of app support for any scooter ever. And the last pro is the build quality. And this one to me is probably the most important. The RS Lite here feels fucking solid. Solid as a rock. Solid as a tank. I mean, look at it. You can tell this thing is a monster, bro. That's my book bag. It's a fucking unit. And don't mind the rubber board here. My cats like to dig their fucking claws in there and tear up my fucking rubberized board, which really, really aggravates me. Now it looks like it's been through hell. After 1,200 miles, man, I've only encountered minor issues. And quite frankly, if you ask me, that is extremely impressive considering how much I push this thing to its fucking limits. Carrying a 260 fucking pound man miles and miles a day. And so we're going to get into the cons now, and no scooter is perfect, so let's break the cons down. And since I only have less than 2 minutes to make the video, I'm going to break it down as small as possible. So this scooter is 120 pounds, and it's not light at all, man. If you need to carry this thing up and down stairs, I do not recommend it. Experiencing the death wobbles is a big no-no for me. The steering damper on this thing, it has a built-in steering damper, and it's not really that good. It's actually right there, this thing, and yeah, it even says instructions for steering dampening. You take an Allen wrench and you tighten it left or right to improve or decrease the dampening. And quite honestly, I've done that, and it literally does shit. Something InMotion really needs to improve on. I've also experienced numerous amounts of error codes with this thing, which is really fucking annoying, I will say that. Like 0008 code, which it's a disconnection between the motors. And that's because I put too much brake force. I put the brake force to 100%, and it literally disconnected the motor as I was riding. So I dialed it back a bit, and now it's fine. And finally, the price tag of $3,000, bro, that's really steep for a lot of people. I did it and pulled the trigger on it because I've always wanted to get one of these, and I really went in deep. It's something you really need to be dedicated to if it's something you want to get. Comparisons, compared to like scooters like the Unagi, this thing fucking blows it away. Like, the Unagi is great for like portability and short trips, sure. I mean, but this thing has it beat in every single aspect except portability. So my final thoughts is the RS Lite's a beast. It's a beast of a fucking scooter. I mean, the cons are very minor and minute compared to the pros, and I personally say buy it if it's something you would want to invest into. To me, personally, it's worth every fucking penny, bro. Well, that's my take of the InMotion RS Lite. Drop a comment, a like, a share to somebody who wants to actually invest into one of these things, and This is Jersey. Have a good day, guys. Thank you for watching.